very good morning. In the background is not my train, and I'm also at the wrong station. Let's fix that first. A very good morning, almost afternoon here from Brussels station, where we are about to hop on one of those trains. I'm going to take the next one all the way back to Rotterdam. It's a EuroCity train. EuroCity is a brand name used for intercity and cross-border trains in several parts of Europe. With EuroCity trains now running between Brussels, Amsterdam and Rotterdam, there is no real need for you to take a Eurostar train like the one you see behind me on this part of the route. If you're traveling to destinations further away than Brussels coming from the north, you might take the Eurostar though, because most likely that's more convenient for you. You can also transit here and take a Eurostar from here. That will save you some money coming through Brussels. I wanted to start this video by saying welcome to beautiful Brussels, but that's not really the case if you ask me. Also, being the most prettiest of stations in the prettiest areas of Brussels, we also speak a strange language here. I think it's called French or something. Weird. Brussels Midi station has a special parking and drop-off zone for drops die pneumatic license plates. Ooh, Belgian waffles. Ja, dank u. So I bought one of those overpriced waffles. I had to walk outside to find a place to sit and eat it actually, but oh well, fine. EuroCity is a brand used for a number of cross-border trains since 1987. Routes of these international trains varied over the years based on demand and efforts to find the highest number of travelers. This train runs roughly once every hour, 16 times a day, and uses NMBS, Belgian Railways, I-11 train sets. The first of those were launched back in 1995. Two Trax locomotives, one on both ends of the train, make actually running this train possible. It's funny, they only clean the part where there is the name and the logos. Our EuroCity train is right next to me. It's being cleaned though. That's a good sign. Today's train is a short but international train ride with the relatively new EuroCity train from Brussels in Belgium to Rotterdam in the Netherlands. For this EuroCity, it's the entire route. That's why I came to Brussels first, so I can show you everything. We'll be traveling the distance of some 160 kilometers in just over 2 hours with a number of stops along the way, most of them in Belgium. Trains have been running on this international route for decades now, but the latest launch was only in December 2024. More on that later. The train I'm taking is waiting for me here. We can't board it yet as it's being cleaned. So we're just going to walk it on the outside so you can see it's very dirty. You can bring bikes on this train against a small fee, and there's only limited spaces, so if you really want to take your bike, be quick and book early. Platform heights are an issue here, but I'd say get on. Trains that carry the brand EuroCity have to follow some general rules, but as they are general, they do not always apply on all trains, which can be confusing. This is first class. I paid for a regular passenger class seat or second class. We've made it to second class, just as clean as first class, but with one more seat in a row. It's still very quiet here in second class, but I decided to board slightly earlier so I could do a short walkthrough that you've probably seen already. We're about 9 minutes before departure, so let's see what this trip to Rotterdam brings us today. My ticket for this train I booked last Sunday was 20 euros. That is not the cheapest fare you can get on this train, which starts at 13 euros, but it will bring you to Rotterdam in about 2 hours. If you want to go a little faster, you can take the EuroCity Direct train, that stops at less stations but will bring you in Rotterdam in about 1 hour and 35 minutes. For those that want to travel all the way to Amsterdam and Lelystad even, you need to take a EuroCity Direct train because EuroCity trains terminate at Rotterdam. The doors have just closed and there are 3 other passengers in my carriage today. That is extremely quiet. On the way here I took a EuroCity train as well from Breda and it was pretty full. People had to stand even at some short distances between stations.
Beste reizigers, goedemiddag en welkom aan boord van deze EuroCity met bestemming Rotterdam Centraal.
The thing is, this specific EuroCity train does not have a restaurant car. It should have, according to the rules, and I didn't see anyone walking by offering beverages or snacks. It's only a 2-hour ride, but still, I suppose it should be offered. This train also doesn't get to the 90 km per hour average speed either. Most likely that's because of the reversal it has to do at Breda station. For the connection between Belgium and the Netherlands, this EuroCity train only kicked off in its current form in December 2024. Both the EuroCity and EuroCity Direct, more on that shortly, are the replacement of the Benelux train that ran on the same route starting September 29, 1957. The Benelux train was replaced by Vira trains for a short period late 2012 to early 2013. These trains proved to be so unreliable, use of them only lasted these 3 months. The Benelux train was reinstated shortly after that until April 9, 2018, when there was a rebrand into Intercity Direct, a train where you had to pay a supplement for as there was a regular, slower Intercity running as well. Although the Benelux train was similar to the EuroCity brand trains, it never really was one, until just a few months ago. The current EuroCity between Brussels and Rotterdam runs on the same route as the former trains, but the section north of Rotterdam was dropped. Compensation for this comes in an entirely different train, with a very similar name, EuroCity Direct. These trains run between Brussels South and Amsterdam, with some extended service to Lelystad. This train is faster as it doesn't stop at all intermediate stations as the EuroCity does. Breda is skipped as it needed to reverse here. There are Dutch ICNG-B trains running this brand. Both the EuroCity and EuroCity Direct trains are special trains that need to be booked in advance. Or at least you need to pay an additional fare for it if you want to use your Dutch public transport card on the Dutch section of the route. Prices are very reasonable though. Tickets between Brussels and Rotterdam start at just over €13 for a single trip on board the EuroCity. You can splurge and take the faster EuroCity Direct starting from €20. This will cut your travel time from just over 2 hours to 1 hour and 22 minutes. Both are direct trains though, so no transit needed. I paid slightly more for my tickets as I bought them just 3 days before departure, after I decided the weather would be too nice just to sit in a garden chair. My trip from Brussels to Rotterdam was €20, but on the EuroCity, not EuroCity Direct. That would have been €25 for a train departing nearest to my current departure. The EuroCity network of trains has slowly moved towards the Eastern Europe after the fall of the Soviet Union and the arrival of high-speed trains like the French TGV in Western Europe.
C'est ça, en fait, ouais. Ça permet quand même de générer.
Hey, wat mooi, ik moet er nog heel even lezen.
Oh, dan.
Ja, helemaal goed, dank u wel.
Alsjeblieft. It was only after the stop at Mechelen, still in Belgium, that our tickets were checked. I purchased my ticket through NS International and got a QR code with additional text. That's exactly what the conductor checked as he wasn't able to scan the QR code for verification.
Dear passengers, within a few moments we will arrive at Noorderkempen.
We are now following the A16 into the Netherlands. We should be there in 1 or 2 minutes. This is the A16 and this is the border crossing area. That's the Netherlands, yes. The road sign has changed. That's the old border crossing building that's no longer in use. As there's no restoration carriage in this train, I'll just show you the toilet. No window here. Do have a mirror. Listen. And the toilet. While Schengen has free transport of goods and people, basically there are exceptions, That doesn't mean there are no customs checks. This doggy was doing his or her duty keeping the Netherlands safe, busting one of the passengers that brought a joint from Belgium. Don't ask me why. We've made it to the city of Breda, and we will stop here for a short while before actually reversing and continuing all the way to Rotterdam again. The EuroCity train is now clearly the cheaper alternative for Eurostar on this route, with their prices being 3 to 4 times more expensive. But yeah, that train only takes just over 1 hour to make the trip from Rotterdam to Brussels South, or vice versa. Eurostar is the name that's left over after the merger between Eurostar and Thalys in October 2023. Eurostar trains themselves started running in late 1994, shortly after the Channel Tunnel between France and the UK was completed. Altogether, the EuroCity train is a desperately needed, relatively quick and cheap connection between major cities in Western Europe. With the frequency they're currently running, 16 times a day, roughly once every hour, it is also a train you can rely on throughout the day. Customs and police are busy, but someone right behind me probably means to read across the border. Not the smartest thing to do. In about 8 minutes we'll be rolling into Rotterdam Central Station, my final destination for today and the final destination of this train. I'm going to introduce them for a little bit more. That's how you get from Brussels to Rotterdam in about 2 hours time. Thank you for watching and see you soon.